Hi Sagittarius, thank you for joining me. This is your astrology forecast for September 2015, and something quite significant is happening for you this month, which is that Saturn goes into your sign of Sagittarius and stays there for 2.5 years pretty much until December 2017. So I'll touch on that in a little bit, but I'll give you a rundown of what's coming up for you this month and how it's going to affect you. So the first thing really about September is that at the beginning of the month there are a lot of planets in fire, which is your element, which means that literally you're going to feel like you're in your element at the beginning of this month. You're going to hit the ground running, you'll be very productive, you'll have lots going on, lots of busyness, and I think you'll feel pretty much at ease going into this month. Now, Uranus and Mars connect between the 29th of August through until the 18th of September. They form a harmonious trine relationship. Uranus is in your 5th house of romance and relationship. Mars is in your 9th. And this is interesting because what I feel is that you're going to have the courage and energy and strength to really take ownership of what it is you desire, and I think you're going to want to go after it, okay? So if you're someone who's shy or who's doesn't give themselves the freedom to do what it is they want to do, between the 29th of August and the 18th of September, I really feel you're going to have a lot more power than you usually would. And I think you're going to be much more practical in taking actions around your feelings. And that does translate itself in terms of romance and relationships. It could also translate itself into having fun. You know, if you're constantly working and you don't allow yourself to let your hair down, this month is a great time to actually focus on those kind of things and to engage with life on that level. Venus is also connected to Uranus. It's also trine, and that's connected all month. So you're really going to be focused on what it is you love, what new things you can explore, how you can explore your own self, you know. Are there parts of yourself that are unknown to you? Are there parts of the world that you want to discover? It's really about opening things up even more. Now, between the 15th of August and the 14th of October, Neptune has been opposing Jupiter. And Neptune is right at the bottom of your chart near your roots, your imum coli, and Jupiter has been right on top of your chart in your work sector. And there's really been a kind of push and pull between the success that you have in your working life, in your practical circumstances, and really what you want your life to look like on an emotional and spiritual level. And I think they may seem a little bit at odds. I think if you're really, really successful work-wise, you may not feel a great sense of meaning or spiritual purpose underneath all of that. And vice versa, you may be very spiritual, but you may not be able to achieve your ambitions in terms of your practical working life. So that is there, you know, that is a kind of push and pull, and it's about finding balance between those things. And it's not about thinking in absolutes. It's not about thinking in perfection. I'm at the paramount pinnacle of my career. I am the most spiritual person on earth. It's about progressing there and realizing that both things are important. So if that's a sense of frustration, allow more time, for instance, in spirituality, if that's what you're lacking. Allow more time and make more time to improve that part of your life. On the 3rd of September, Mercury squares Pluto. And Mercury is in your 11th house and Pluto is in your 2nd. Okay, so I really think that through your relationships that you build with other people, you can experience a rebirth, a regeneration in your working life. And it comes via others. So see what opportunities other people may offer you with. This could be networking, but it could just be a friend saying, did you hear about this job or this opportunity? And it's important for you to keep your eyes and ears open. The moon squares Jupiter and your midheaven on the 4th. And that is interesting because, again, this further highlights the fact that good luck and success in your working life can come via other people in a practical way. The descendant is what you're looking for, and it's often what you're looking for in terms of another person. In this case, what you're looking for in terms of your work finds you through other people. And in a practical sense. So really that's where you get your gifts from, through the words and actions and opportunities other people present you with. Now on the 5th, there's an area of great motivation in your chart known as a T-square, And this is between your Neptune and your Sun and Jupiter again, and it connects with the Moon in your 7th house in Gemini. And really, this is the same thing really, but this isn't someone else's friends who give you these opportunity. This is someone that you meet on your travels, someone that you know. You know, this is one of your friends, not your wife's friends or something like that. But opportunities arise through communication. And I also get your mother for some reason. I get that your mother may, I mean, you know, if, like most people, I think if you want career advice, most people don't go to their mothers. I just don't think that's the way it works. But I think your mom may have some sort of insight or lead or something like that that may give you a clue. So don't try that out. See if if anything comes of that. But I really think the crux of this is that information comes from other people in your life. Now there is a grand trine in water on the 7th of September, and that's between your rising sign in Scorpio in the 12th, your moon in Cancer in the 8th, and Neptune in your 4th house. And this is an area of real talent and insight, and I think you feel very spiritually connected with other people and with the universe really at the moment. And what this allows you to do is to feel like you're part of a family. Now this can be a bit of a sensitive topic, a bit of a delicate topic. You know, a lot of people don't feel very supported and loved in their birth family or in their home family. And some people are always striving for and looking for that sense of belonging. And it doesn't have to be a birth family. You know, a lot of people are born into families where they don't belong, where they feel like they're treated as a black sheep or something. But we can pick our own families. You know, we can belong to different groups and we can create different communities. And I think the 7th of September, if you're one of those people, there's real potential for you to link into your spiritual soul group, your family, your tribe. So again, if that's something that's of interest to you, look around, see who is available. And I think that would really benefit you in terms of giving you that sense of structure and security and help you to heal disappointments that you've had in your past. Okay, on the 7th as well, Venus comes out of retrograde, and Venus is the goddess of love. And when Venus is in retrograde, it's more difficult to start new ventures, new relationships, new business, to commit to things that you care about. Because it seems like she's not going anywhere, it's just standing still, nothing's moving. So now on the 7th of September, Venus comes out of retrograde, things will start to flow more easily, and the things you apply yourself to will have more of a turnaround in terms of the productivity, the action, or the results that you expect to see. On the 9th of September, the moon actually trines your Saturn, which is sitting right on top of your Ascendant, your rising sign, and it's still in Scorpio. And this is interesting because for the time being, you have felt very much, you felt like you've scrutinized your own feelings quite a lot, which is unlike you, because you're much more interested in looking outward and exploring new things. But Saturn in Scorpio has allowed you to kind of engage in your usual behavior, like, you know, exploring things, putting yourself out there, getting excited about things, being passionate about things. And the moon in Leo highlights this, but because it's been sitting right on top of yourself, I think you felt emotionally held back and almost repressed. And I think that's had a knock-on effect in terms of what you've been doing in the real world. That really comes to an end very soon. So I just want you to be aware of that, and also the soul searching, the kind of emotional searching that you have been doing, that is really useful because you know what you're like. I think you've learned a lot about yourself in the last 3 months particularly. But that is now firm structure. You can rely on that to know yourself even better, if that makes sense, okay? You can't really find your life purpose if you don't know what you want or who you are or what your aptitudes are. And you've come a lot closer to discovering those. On the 10th, that's really an extension of the 9th of September because your rising sign is also in Scorpio, and that squares your Mars, your Moon, and your Venus, which are all in your 9th house in Leo. So there is a desire to kind of expand and to re-engage with the process of life, but the emotional side of things, again, kind of seems to be holding you back. And I think you're in a place that's a little bit darker than usual. Again, that won't last very much longer. And you'll find that you become much more interested and able to kind of go out there and to explore and to expand and to do the things that you love to do. Now, on the 12th of September, the Sun and the Moon and Jupiter and your midheaven all combine in your 10th house of career. So, Sag, out of all of the signs in the zodiac, you're going to have the most success in terms of your working life this month. The 12th of September is a wonderful day. It sees a great success, a great achievement in terms of your career, in terms of your work. It comes about through your discernment, through your hard work, through your application of self. And I really want you to enjoy that. The next day sees the new moon occur, and that's a time of gathering your energy and building on the success. So work is really good for you. Where do you see yourself progressing in the future? What else do you want to achieve? Really take practical action, really put things in place so that you can continue to grow and to progress in the way that you would like. New moons are like, think of it as a black hole. You can pour things into it. You can plant seeds in the ground and they will grow. And it's in a very earthy sign. It's in Virgo. So through the things that you intend at the moment, you can really progress by leaps and bounds in the future and build on your existing success. This new moon is also a partial solar eclipse. And it's in a north node, so it's about incoming information and building more harmony in your life. And by the way, if you want to see this, you can only see it if you're in Southern Africa. So hi to all you people in South Africa, in Botswana, in Namibia, in Malawi, Madagascar. You'll be able to see it. We won't. Okay, on the 14th, and really, well, for the whole month really, you've got Mercury in Libra, and that's in your 11th house. So what you're going to be noticing, Sagittarius, is that you've almost got this dreamlike, harmonious qualities of what you would like to achieve. I think you may be prone to daydreaming a little bit in September, and you may be thinking, oh, how wonderful life could be. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Get specific on that, apply that to your career, and you can really manifest and make a lot of those dreams a reality. So use your daydreaming to move you forward. Saturn starts to square Mars on the 15th of September, and it stays in that square position until the 5th of October. Saturn still is right on top of your rising sign, and Mars is now in your 9th next to your midheaven. So your desire to achieve at work and to expand gets much stronger, and Saturn starts to weaken now a little bit. It's almost out of that Scorpio phase, and I think you'll find that the focus on your emotional well-being and the kind of soul-searching of what you want to achieve fades away, and you're able to expand even more and to apply that in your working life. On the 17th, the moon actually connects with Pluto and your Jupiter, and this is a great day to change directions, to find alternate ways of doing work. So I think the success that you've had has made you think, how can I build on this? Has given you some new ideas, and I think you can actually see a way forward with those now. Some doors open up for you on the 17th, and really the whole month for you so far, Sagittarius, is really excellent at succeeding at work, but also making changes and being instrumental in making those changes and implementing those changes to make your day-to-day working life even more pleasing to you. Okay, this is what I've been talking about. Sagittarius is your sign, and Saturn moves into your sign now on the 18th of September. Now, Saturn is like the opposite of your ruler, which is Jupiter and growth. Saturn is restriction and focus. And it's been in Scorpio, and it's made you look at your feelings and your internal world. Now, Saturn goes into your sign on the 18th and stays there for 2.5 years until December 17th. And what it makes you do now is it makes you look at your general behavior and the way you operate your life and what you're moving towards. Now, you as a person like to explore new things, and you like to discover things for yourself rather than be taught them. You like to experience and then to teach it to others, but you're not so good at kind of like learning from the mistakes of others or listening to other people's experience. You like hands-on experience yourself. Now Saturn puts that under the spotlight, and it says, what are you actually doing? Why are you doing all this exploration, all this learning? Is it just for fun, or is there some deeper meaning? Are you wasting your time? Are you being self-indulgent? How's this going to cause more structure in your world? How are you going to use all of this time and energy? And that's going to be quite a tough question for you, because sometimes you like doing things for fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everything has to be for the greater purpose or growth. You're a fun sign. You like to do things. So if that comes up, it may seem like a little bit of a party dampener for you. Don't question that too much. Do certain things, or use it as a way of saying, okay, well, maybe I could have more meaning in my life. And when you do frivolous things just for fun, just say, okay, Saturn, I know this isn't really meaningful, but I'm doing it anyway. So just be aware that there will be that additional voice saying, okay, Sagittarius, what do you think you're doing now? And it's a little bit annoying, but ultimately what will end up for you is that you will have a life that has certain activities in it that are more purposeful and more meaningful, and that create more depth. The moon starts to square Chiron on the 12th. And what this will do, I think it connects with the Saturn energy straight away. And the first thing that you're looking at is what happened in family life that you have repressed by just flitting around and doing other things. You know, like some people have bad experiences, and instead of dealing with those, they go to Ibiza for a couple of weeks and go dancing, and that's the way they deal with it. And you're one of those people who does that. So some of those unresolved issues may come up around the 20th of September, and rather than run away from them, if you look at them and get rid of them, you can actually cleanse them and burn them away around this time. And the reason I say that is because there is a grand trine in your chart in fire, and it's like the cleansing fire that allows you to move things out of your emotional body. There's another area of real motivation on the 22nd between your Mercury and your Uranus, and it peaks in your second house with your Moon and your Pluto there. This is great because through your friends you'll get some sort of insight or information which is actually going to give you a great money-making idea. So, you know, the money just keeps rolling in for you, Sagittarius, in September. Career, top of your game, money ideas coming through, and, you know, if you take that with this whole Sagittarius issue that you've got at the moment, it's a balance. You know, you do have a lot of success going on, but you're having to ask the tough questions. So it's a good time in your life. You're not just, you know, traipsing around. You are doing things. 24th sees the moon quincunxing Jupiter, and that's interesting because, yes, again, it's work. You will be able, if you want to teach anything, if you want to present anything, if you want to share your insights, your ideas, 24th is the day to do it. That's when you come across the best, when you're able to teach in the most appropriate, inspirational way. And the 25th to a lesser degree as well. Mars goes into Virgo on the 25th, and that again is in your 10th house of career. So I know September has been very good for you work-wise, but in September you become very driven to succeed even more. Mars is the soldier. It's the planet of desire and achievement and passion and what it is you want. And in Virgo, he becomes very much practical and very discerning, and he really helps you to take great action in your working life. So you can take it from this peak, go up to the next level, and move even forward and build on your success. On the 28th, there is a full moon in Aries, and this full moon occurs in your 5th house of romance and relationship. And at the beginning of the month, that was really a topic for you, that you could reach out to someone and really go after what it is you want. And that comes up again now, and doing things and loving things that are unique to you in your own particular way kind of blossoms and comes to fruition. And if you take ownership of that and say, I do love differently in many ways, and if you're okay with that, then you can really expect some success in that area, especially around the time of the full moon. It's also a total lunar eclipse, so it's a time of letting go of certain things. And for you, it's letting go of the tendency to have to conform and to have to do things the way you're supposed to do them or the way you ought to do them, and actually doing them the way you would like. And that's a real personal freedom that you can enjoy. If you want to see this actual eclipse, if you're in North America on the East Coast, if you're in South America, in Western or Central Europe, and in West Africa, you can see it. Finally, let's finish this month. On the 30th of September, there's another grand trine in your chart, area of talent, and surprise, surprise, it's about work. It's progress, it's rebirth of your work, making leaps and bounds, feeling practical, feeling good, and even being able to make positive changes to your day-to-day routine. So you're on fire, and I know you're a fire sign, but you are on fire in your career this month. It's really, really looking good for you. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Have a great month, and I'll speak to you soon.